Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Kate, or I go by AlwaysMoreSims here on YouTube, and today we are starting the week of WoW for the Sims 4 Adventure Awaits expansion pack. I want to make it known before I get started that I am very conflicted about this pack, and with recent news that has surfaced in regards to EA being purchased, I'm kind of conflicted about everything here. But I don't know. I really don't want to dwell on that too much, and I don't want that to come across as I'm just being ignorant. I don't care. Like, it's not it at all. But I do want to address it in the fact that very scary, the future of The Sims. Yeah, that's just a whole can of worms that I don't want to really bog down this week of WoW with, but I have seen what has happened. I also am like a majority of the Simmers right now that is very wary of the company or people or whatever they are that has bought EA. I guess I'm hoping that maybe they'll sell The Sims off to someone who like cares about The Sims, because from my understanding they were really wanting the like sports titles. So I'm hoping they'll be like, yeah, we don't really care about The Sims, and they sell it off to somebody else. I don't know. But just putting it out there, yeah. I've seen it. I'm nervous. I don't know what this is going to mean for The Sims moving forward. But for now, we're going to focus on Adventure Awaits, which again brings me back to I am conflicted about this pack because I feel like this is a replacement for The Sims 4 Outdoor Retreat. I'm hoping that my week of WoW this week, my playthrough of some of the bigger features in this pack kind of proves me wrong. But I feel like could have been a really, really cool Outdoor Retreat pack refresh. Kind of like how I feel like businesses and hobbies could have been a really cool get to work refresh. But anyways, we'll get that. I've gotten that out of the way. Let's go ahead and actually read the title page that we've been sitting on for a few minutes now. So welcome to The Sims 4 Adventure Awaits. Time for a getaway? Embark on new experiences with getaways and custom venues. Plan activities for Sims to recharge or compete with elimination rules. Build unique venues and share them on the gallery. Adventure awaits wherever you plan your getaway. Adventure starts at childhood. Yay. I still don't know why they brought these things back. I already read that. Childhood fun shapes life. Kids develop traits through formative moments and childhood sentiments. Customize playgrounds, play games, and have imaginary friends with unique personalities. Choose from goofball, competitive, creative, or evil dolls. Oh, so this red one here is evil. That's why it grew up evil. I get it now. Okay. I think competitive is a new trait, because goofball, creative, and evil all are. A life of play. Fun is for all ages. Thank God it's not just for adults. Build skills with papercraft, entomology, diving, and archery. Make paper crafts, raise we get to raise butterflies! I love butterflies. Oh my gosh. I actually, I have monarch caterpillars in my office at work right now. That I bought myself one of those little like butterfly enclosures that like you might have had as a kid in your classroom. I know I had them when I was in like second grade. My second grade teacher had them. Anyways, so I had eggs and they've hatched into caterpillars. There's some ice. And then I have when I left the office yesterday, I had 3 chrysalises. I had 1 caterpillar up on the top of the enclosure. So I get the feeling when I go back to work on Monday, he's going to be in his chrysalis, and then I have I have one caterpillar that was still kind of crawling around down below. He was a little bit smaller. Anyways, oh, I love butterflies. Okay, moving on. Trade collectibles and go kayaking. Spin bikes and free weights keep adults active. Refresh with smoothies from the blender. It's probably something that your sim will always be using. Adventure around every corner. Explore Gibby Point. Gibby? Is it, I think it's Gibby. Gibby Point's neighborhoods. Wanderwood Wilds. Wait, the world is actually called Gibby Point. I was really hoping that was just the name of the camp. Okay, Wanderwood Wilds, Crystal Valley, Jellyfish Junction. I'm so excited for that one. Meet unique sims, uncover quests, and see the Underlight Bay. Yes! 10 festivals start at... Not more festivals. Start a park worker career, which I've heard is really hard. Or enjoy themed getaways. Find the plum bird. The what? I don't know, but I'm excited for that. Okay. I'm going to jump into Create a Sim. And we're going to look at the CAS. I'm going to speed it up a lot, and I'll come back and just kind of like talk over it with my thoughts and opinions. Alright, so taking a quick look at all the different CAS items, I just have to say right off the bat, this is probably some of my favorite CAS stuff that I've gotten in a pack in a long time. I was so happy to see all the different kinds of like braided hairstyles. I love giving my Sims braids. I braid my hair all the time. I just really like braids. I don't know, and that very first braided hairstyle on the top left has already become like probably one of my top favorite hairstyles in this game. I think it is so pretty. I'm not really vibing with the like bob hairstyles, the shorter hair, especially the one that like flips out, which is, you'll see, it's a hair that's for pretty much all of the life stages. I don't remember if infant has it, but like toddler does, and that'd probably be the only time I'd ever use that hair, would be on like an infant or a toddler. I can't see myself ever using it any other time, but I do really like the hairs. I like the idea of the accessories. I don't really love how big the earrings are. The earrings feel very clunky, very chunky, but I do think they're really pretty at the same time. I also was a little nervous that this pack would be just full of workout gear, and it thankfully is not. But the stuff that we did get, I can see myself using this stuff quite often, which is normally kind of the issue I run into, is that I'm like, I'm never gonna use this stuff. This is not my taste at all. But that's not really the case here. So moving on to the masculine Sims, they pretty much have the same hairstyles. The only different one that the masculine Sims have is the one with like the headband, which I think, and that whatever I was just on, that one is also new, or just masculine Sims. But I do think these hairs are, for the most part, really nice. I don't love the mustache. Not my favorite thing. And the masculine Sim stuff, I could really take it or leave it. I don't really feel one way or another. I like the more sweatery type shirts, or like the layered jacket over the t-shirt. I use that kind of stuff a lot, but there are some of the jackets have like a funky texture to them that I'm not super here for. I know they like what they were trying to do. Like, I've had jackets in the past that are styled the same way, that are like kind of a slicker material up top, and then like busting down is more of like a fuzzy soft. I know what they're trying to do with it, but I just don't love how it looks in the game. But yeah, so the children's Sims have pretty much the same hairs. And the jellyfish hat cracks me up. The ball cap, in my opinion, does not fit the Sim's head very well, but that's one of the reasons why I don't really use hats. I don't feel like the hats do typically fit super well. But I'm quite content with the amount of clothing we got for the children. I felt like it was a pretty decent amount of clothes, and I have had the critique that I wish children had more content in previous packs, and so I was really happy to see that they did in this pack. Also, the female or feminine children's Sims do have the like the beaded braids, which I think are really pretty. The beads almost remind me of Legos because they're square, they're not round, but I do like them. I will say this little skort, so cute, but there's some kind of funky, like almost like invisible sock on their leg. So yeah. I also am really disappointed that that first t-shirt for toddlers, and I'm even gonna look here, is like literally the same t-shirt we got from Growing Together. I find that very frustrating, that it is literally the same shirt, just retextured or like recolored. And then we have like nothing for infants except for one outfit, but I've come to the end. Just a bit more here. Okay, so yeah. Again, probably some of my favorite CAS stuffs that I've gotten in a while. I was really nervous that, again, this was going to be a lot of workout gear, which thankfully it is not. It does have that kind of rustic, outdoorsy feel. The boots definitely remind me of the boots we got with Outdoor Retreat. And there are some things that I do feel like are very similar to items we already have. But my biggest nitpick there is the toddler shirt. Again, I find it really frustrating. I don't want to lose her outfits if I age her down. I am really upset that this shirt is the same as this shirt. Pretty much. This one is just a pinch longer in the sleeves. And yeah, otherwise it's literally the same shirt. And I really don't like that. That really... it almost kept everything. Gotta go back through all the times I switched between the shirts. There we go. Okay, so I really don't love that. And then, again, like, there's the one jacket in the masculine, and this is really more nitpicky than anything. Again, I know what they were trying to do for going with this, like, texture here. I just don't like it. I don't like how it looks. And then there's also a shirt for the children's Sims that does this. I know it's supposed to be like a Sherpa jacket. I do not like that texture at all, though. To me, it actually makes the jacket look even more flat. But, I mean, again, I am very glad that a lot of the stuff in this pack I will more than likely end up using. Also, this, like, let me see if I can... Okay. Like, there's this just really odd, like, almost invisible sock texture. Goodness. That I just... it's not that noticeable from far away. Like, you really have to zoom in to see it, but, like, I really hope that gets fixed. But yeah, so I did download 2 Sims off the gallery. They are siblings. They're made by Jess434. So I did rename them. This is Poppy, and then Poppy's twin brother is River, and then Poppy has a daughter named Summer. And like Poppy's dad is not in the picture. So then we need to talk about aspirations and traits. So typically I expect an expansion pack to come with like 2 aspirations at least, and then like 3 traits at least. This does not do that. We have 1 new adult aspiration, 1 new child aspiration, and then 1 trait altogether. And that for me is, it kind of makes me mad. I just, sorry. My finger got caught in my earbuds and I just nearly yanked them out of my speaker. Anyways, no, that just kind of upsets me. I feel like if you're paying $40 for an expansion pack, I could be wrong, but I mean, I don't, like, our last expansion pack was businesses and hobbies, right? And that came with 2 traits, right? It came with idealist and shady, I believe, were the 2. Did it come with another one? I think it just came with those 2, idealist and shady. But that's still at least 2 traits, and then it had, I think, like 2 aspirations. Now I don't remember where they are. Oh my gosh. The amount of times I click off of things. Yeah, like property. So I think there was at least 2 aspirations. Life and death came with macabre and chased by death or whatever. So there's at least 2 traits there. So for us to, like, I feel like the stuff we're getting in the expansion packs is almost shrinking. I don't know. I could be kind of overthinking that. 'Cause, I mean, I don't know how much. What is this button? When did this come? When did we get this? Sorry. Sorry, I got distracted. Okay. Anyways. So yeah, that does frustrate me. I gave Summer both the new trait and the new child aspiration, and then River has the new adult aspiration, but like Poppy doesn't have anything new. So yeah. Anyways, so this is Poppy's everyday outfit, formal, active, sleep, party, swim, hot weather, cold weather, and then River. Oh, wait, hold on. This is not it. There you go. This is his everyday wear, formal, active, sleep, party, swim, hot weather, cold weather. And then Summer, everyday wear, formal, athletic, sleep, swim, party, swim, hot weather, cold weather. And I think the jeans that I used here were the only time I used something that wasn't from the pack. But yeah, she has the new cool kid on the block aspiration and competitive trait. So competitive Sims have to be the best at anything they put their sweaty focus on, especially games and physical activities. They're all about winning, so they take losing really personally. Depending on how they manage their competitive spirit, these Sims can either become an inspiration for Sim excellence or bask in the toxic pits of the abyss, and become the ultimate sore loser. So, yeah. Yeah, so these are the Sims that we will be playing with for this upcoming week of WoW. In the next part, we are going to take a look at build buy items, and then we're also going to do like kind of an overview of the world. And I'm really hoping I misunderstood that the world is called Gibby Point. I'm really hoping that's just the name of one of the camps, because naming a world Gibby Point just makes me think of iCarly. And I'm like, there's so many other names you could have gone with, and you went with Gibby. Anyways, we'll see. But we'll take a deeper look at the world. And then day 3 and 4 are normally my gameplay days. And I don't know, like one day I want to focus on like the whole getaway aspect. And then on another day I want to focus on like one of the competition houses and see how that works. Yeah, I think I need an jar. Like I put a coin in every time I say I say it a lot. But yeah, so honestly, out of the last few packs we've gotten, this is probably my favorite CAS set that we've gotten in quite a long time. And I can see myself using quite a bit of this stuff in the future in my own personal gameplay. So I'm actually really happy with the CAS for the most part. Again, I have my few nitpicks here and there. But my biggest gripe is with the aspiration, the trait, and then the lack of stuff for toddlers and infants. I know this like pack has, I'm so like, I feel like I'm almost, looking a gift horse in the mouth that we're getting more things for children. And I know that infants and toddlers can't really do a whole lot because they're infants and toddlers, but at the same time, I still feel like I would have appreciated a few more infant outfits. We have one infant outfit and then, a handful of toddler things. And I just would have liked just a little bit more because the infant and toddler things can get really repetitive. I don't feel like we have a whole lot for infants and toddlers. So I just would have liked to see more for those two age groups, but I'm glad we got more for children. I'll take what I can get, I guess. And yeah, this is where I will wrap up my thoughts and feelings for day one, my CAS overview. So thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. I have my gaming channel linked down in the description below. And yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you all in my next video. Bye, guys!